is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Use your own discernment and intuition. The messages are timeless, so whenever you find it, it is the right time. I will never reach out to you for personal readings because I'm not doing them, and I would never do that anyway, so please report those people. Let's get into it. So the song I got on shuffle is Computer Murderers by Lil Durk. And a lyric that stuck out to me here. I don't mention dead ops. If you really did it, you ain't gonna say it because the Fed's hot. So what I got from that is people are bringing up like stuff from the past from you, like, because that's all they have on you. That, you know, if they're trying to ruin your reputation because they see you succeeding, they smell your success coming. And so they're going to try and like dig up anything they can, any sort of, you know, like you got in trouble with the law when you were in high school or something silly like that, or, you know, bringing up your old relationships, you know, digging dirt up on you, like following you, driving by your house, whatever it is, trying to catch you slipping up and in a lie, you know, all this silly stuff, because they really don't do this stuff, and they're convinced that you really aren't doing the work, that you don't deserve the success. You know, they don't think you ground hard enough. You were on that grind. You weren't working hard enough for any of this. So they're gonna try and sabotage you in any way, like per usual. And I'm not saying this to spread fear or negativity. They can't take what's yours, but this is their theory, is how they're going to stop your success. They're gonna get you because you don't deserve it. In their eyes, you don't work hard enough because you made it look easy. You made the work look easy. You didn't, all the stuff that you had going on at home or whatever, you know, your internal stuff, you know, working through your traumas, all of that. They didn't see any of that. And you just made it look easy because you weren't sitting here, you know, telling everybody your business, trying to get attention and, oh, poor me. So they're, you know, trying to, you know, because you never talked about it, they think that you're not really about it. Like I said, I don't mention dead ops. If I really did it, you ain't gonna say it because the Fed's hot. Like, you know, there's no point, like, in perpetuating your story, your old story, your traumas. You're not trying to continue to victimize yourself. So, the first card I got was the Seven of Cups. And they're here thinking like they can distract you, or that you're on some like trickery stuff. They also don't see that you have several options. So they might be trying to sabotage one of your options, but they don't realize that you have more than just one cup to pick from. And, you know, they think, see how the little dude has like two faces? You know, that's you keeping your head on a swivel. Like, your spirit team, your intuition, your past, you know, if you had a checkered past and you were like, you know, you grew up in a very traumatic, violent home, that kind of keeps you on your toes. Like, you know how to sense and feel when something's aloof, or not, that's not the word I wanted to use, awry. So when something's awry, like you can sense it, you can feel it, like the little hairs on your arms prick up when you know something's coming. You don't have to, you know, they just think that you're paying attention to this one little thing and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna get them. Yeah, they're not, they can't. You have several options and you know it. And if you don't, you're about to find out. It's about to be exposed to you that you have several options. You have several pathways. It's not just one thing, because you're getting all this good karma back. You did the work. You paid your karmic debts, all the bullshit that you went through. You know, say you went through like really bad financial times, or just like a lot of turbulent stuff. It felt like, you know, a run of bad luck. You ran into all this crazy things. That was you paying your karmic debt off. You know, if you had problems with work or home life, you know, all this stuff, like vehicles, whatever, that was you just paying all your karmic debt off. It's over now. It's done. And these options are popping up. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. And I got from this card here is they're going to try and like block these messages, or, you know, like say like you're you're looking for a job and somebody knows this and you use them as a reference or something for this new job, and they just like bash your name to this like new employer, like, you know, this possible employer, whatever, and it's gonna be so ridiculous that they try to just make you sound like a full-blown crazy person, that it's gonna get you the job, because they're like these higher vibrating people are being placed in your life, and if it's totally meant for you, it's gonna happen. This person's gonna be like, oh, this person's got haters, like, hell yeah, like, they're doing something right, they're triggering people, excellent. Like, that's somebody I want somebody that's gonna be like shake things up. Like, you're gonna meet the right people that are gonna be all about it. They're gonna see your power despite any of the weird sabotage that's happening. They're gonna be like, perfect, that's my kind of person. And you're only getting these high vibrating options, because anything lower vibrating, you're gonna just shake. It's gonna be too uncomfortable. Your light's gonna be too bright that they're not gonna pick you if it's a low vibrating thing. And honestly, I'm not even getting that you'll have to even interact with these lower vibrating options. It's just gonna, you're too above it. You're too high vibrating to even like run into these things anymore. You've paid your debt off. You paid the time off. It's done. And we also have here the Six of Pentacles. And I'm seeing this as like, say you needed help financially or something, or, you know, you're having those vehicle problems, and this person's like, oh, well, I can only do this. Well, the reality is they're hiding quite a bit of other things that they could help you out with, but they just want to see you suffer. They want to see you struggle. So they do have things to help you, whether it's showing up for you, giving you a ride, anything of this sort, or, you know, giving you money to, like, say you start a new job and it's like a mechanic job and you have to buy tools and stuff like that, and you need to borrow money to buy tools. They're like, oh, well, I can only give you like this little bit, even though they're hiding all of this stuff, because they see your potential for success, and that triggers the fuck out of them. So they're gonna be like, oh, well, I only have this little pentacle to give. Beg for it, because they want this like power dynamic, and they want to see you struggle, because they know and smell and sense, whether it's unconscious or conscious, they sense that you have success coming, and they want to see you struggle. Because they know you're going to be on point. You're going to be on your game. You're going to be in this super abundant energy, whether it's them consciously knowing it, or they're just, that energy is about, they smell it, they feel it. It can be seen with the naked eye. It's everywhere, because you've paid all this debt off. You're moving different. You're walking different. You're looking different. Your skin looks better. You're looking better. You're moving stronger. And people are seeing this, whether you know this or you don't. People are seeing this. It's very obvious. And so these people are trying to get you in this energy of like, beg for it. I want you to struggle, because they know that you're going to be, whether it's like you being a millionaire or just like fully successful in what you're doing. You know, say you're going to do a nonprofit, you're working for a nonprofit organization, and they just can sense that you're going to make such a big difference in people's lives. It's very obvious that you're in this successful energy, and people are going to try and slow you down any way that they can. And it's just because they're jealous and wounded, and they don't see they're not moving in their purpose, and that's triggering to them. And we have the Ten of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. And that's just telling me, like, with this energy of like people trying to sabotage you and being like, beg for it, I don't have anything to give you, I can't help you, sorry, deal with it, you know, whatever it is. Let them be in that energy, because that's just the things that need to fall off. And it's not going to be painful, because you're going to see that these people don't have your best interest in mind. They're jealous. And that's just what it is, because they don't see their power yet. They're not moving in their purpose. They're not doing the work like you did. they don't see how, because it was too hard for them. They don't see that you were on that grind. You're, making dinner for your kids every night, going to work, doing all this shit, and still doing this hardcore internal work, looking at yourself, all of this. They didn't see that part of you. So they just think that it just came easy to you because they get a little taste of it and they look into the fire just for a split second and it burns their retinas. They couldn't handle it. They just singe their eyebrows off and they're like, yeah, I'm out. This is too tough. This is too hard. It's too hard. It's too hot in here. And here you are just walking on fire, walking on the coals, and you're, juggling your home life, your work life, all of that, still getting through it, feeling sick, tired, depleted, still showing up for your kids, still showing up for your family. You could have a sick mother at home, whatever. You're doing all this stuff. They didn't see any of this. They just thought it was handed to you. That was you paying all your karmic debt off and still willing to do the work and take accountability through all of this. And just let the things fall off. And in doing so, because I see on this card, homie's got his little toenails did. They're all shiny and cute. So that's it's an act of self-care. And that's going to make you look even brighter and feel even better, healthier physically. Go get your toes did, go get your hair did, go take care of yourself. And in doing so and letting these people fall off, that's another act of self-care. It's going to be easy because you're going to see it. It's exposed to you just what their motives are. They enjoyed seeing you in this depleted, down energy because it made them feel better about themselves. But you went through that horrible time where you were just completely exhausted, drained, juggling all of these crazy ass things, still doing the internal work, looking within, asking the questions why am I attracting this? All of these things, you're still looking within. That's made you better. Yeah, it was uncomfortable, it was the worst, but it was all for the greater good. And we have the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is what's bringing you that wish fulfillment. Because you paid off your karmic debt, you went through the fire, you did all of these crazy things, still got your ass out of bed, made your kids breakfast, dropped your mom off at the home health care thing or whatever, whatever it is. You still, I see a 444 on a license plate in front of me. So you were protected this whole entire time and you knew the assignment and you stayed true. Yes, you may have slipped up. Say you were doing really good about your drinking or smoking and stuff like that. You slipped up a few times, but you got through it and you're better for it. And now all of these wish fulfillments are coming out. This is, the little genie I'm seeing. This is your angels with that 444. You're hella protected. Your spirit team, your angels, your guides, all of them, they're blessing the shit out of you right now. They're like, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's my boy. That's my girl right there. Hell yeah. They're so about it. They're cheering you on in the bleachers while you play this game. You're the MVP. You did it. You killed it. You scored so many wins. It was hard and you pushed and you pushed and you pushed, and now it's time for you to win. You're getting blessed with all this stuff. Yes, you still have to continue the work. The work never stops. We're in a 3D body. That's just part of it. But you've done so much, that big chunk that you were just God, is it gonna stop? Bro, I'm tired, boss. Shit. All of that during that time, you were just racking up points and points and points, little coins. And now your little bank of coins is full. And now you can start cashing them in for these awesome, successful things. Whether it's, you make a painting and somebody wants to buy it for an insane amount of money. Or, you finally finish your book that you've been working on and you've been too afraid to do anything. Or put yourself out there because it's been rejected before. The idea was rejected before. You're putting yourself out there. And if you aren't, go ahead and do it because you have all these little coins racked up in your bank. It's time to start using that. Cashing them in, get the coin. use it, enjoy it. You deserve this. This is a self-care thing by putting yourself out there. You know, if you've been desiring and keeping your eye out for this specific job at the specific place and they finally have an opening, go for it, because you're going to get it if you're meant to do this, if it's part of your purpose. You've had this desire this whole entire time. You know, you've been sitting on this painting, you've been sitting on this idea, this book, whatever. It's time to start reaching for that, because you've racked up all this good ass karma. It's time to start making these wishes and believing that you're gonna get it. It's happening. Damn it. Let these little weirdos try to steal this from you. They're not gonna get it. Yeah, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. This is a mess. They might try to come in with like fake ass apologies and shit after like you know, they start seeing your success, because they were on that bullshit of like, oh, beg for it. Sorry, I can't help you. Oh, you need a ride to work until you can make enough money to, you know, fix your car or whatever, or pay for this, pay for that. Sorry, I can't. Even though they totally could. They're going to start coming with these fake ass apologies to get back in your good graces, because they were so used to your generosity or you being in a lower place, and now you know, the roles have switched. They're the beggar. But this time you're going to be like, nah, dog, I'm good. I see exactly what kind of bullshit you were on this entire time, and your apology's fake. It's just because you want a taste of the riches. You want a taste of like what I've worked for. Where were you at whenever I really needed you the most? And don't forget that, because these people are going to be on some bullshit, because they're opportunists. They're going to go, they're not, they're only there if they need something from you, or if they, which that could be, you know, feeling confident because you're in strife and, you know, having a turbulent life, and it makes them feel better. Or, you know, you got money and now they can get something out of you. You know, just keep that in mind. Or let's say you become a boss somewhere and they're like, hey, you know, now you have some power. How about getting me a job? Or like, how about helping me out? You know, or you just finished mechanic school or whatever. Oh, hey, can you work on my car now? That type of stuff. It's because you have something they want now. So keep that in mind on how they showed up when you were in your lowest points. All right, anything else? Yeah, and that Nine of Wands, this is just like reiterating what I just said. They weren't there for you when you were healing and just going through it, going through the fire. You were alone in this healing process. And it was necessary. It was for a reason. For one, they didn't have your best intentions in mind anyway. And you needed to see this. And you needed to find your strength within yourself and not be codependent or anything of the sort. And we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. They're going to try and just like not leave your life, all of this stuff. It's up to you, but just remember, if these cups are cracked and aren't for your highest good, you know, they're low quality cups, they can't even hold water anymore, you can't use them. What's the point? They're just taking up space. I see 88 on the road sign there. They're going to be looking for this handout for your abundance, whether that's spiritual, emotional, physical, all of that. They're going to be trying to grab onto that. Piggyback off of you with that 10 of Wands. All this work, all that grinding you did, all those squats, you know, all this like heavy lifting you did, they're going to try and be like, oh, hey, now that you're strong and in your power, hey, now you can give me something. Bitch, where were you? No. Just keep that in mind. I mean, obviously do what you feel is necessary, but remember how they treated you when you were at your lowest point. All right, babies, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for doing all this amazing work and continuing to raise in vibration and making the world a better place. I love you so much. Bye.